Welcome to the Loud and Board Gaming channel. I'm Ken, and today I'm going to be playing Imperium Legends, a deck building civilization game. There's a few versions of this game. I think there's a classic version as well as a new one that just came out. And the essence of this game is you're creating a civilization through deck building. It's a little bit more complicated than other deck building games like G.I. Joe, the deck building game, or Transformers, the deck building game. So I'll probably mess up some rules. I'll go over kind of like a quick overview and then just start playing the game. So I'll be playing today as the Egyptians. The game comes with, I think, 8 different civilizations, and each civilization is very different. I'll be playing against the Qin Dynasty, and the Qin Dynasty is ran through a kind of bot system where you have this card, and based upon what card we draw for them, we do what it says. Again, the game is a little bit more complicated than other deck building games, but it's definitely a fun game to play. So we have a deck of cards for our civilization. Our cards are different than the Qin dynasties, as well as different from the other empires or civilizations. We start as barbarians, and so certain cards will have this symbol on it, and if it has that symbol, we can play those cards. But as soon as we get to the advanced civilization or the empire phase, then we can play cards that have this symbol, and we can't play the barbarian cards. We're trying to kind of go through this deck. We have a deck of cards here. I think they're called moon cards. And when we get through all of these and we acquire this card here, then we become an empire. And when we become an empire, we can start developing our civilization. And if we get all these cards, the game will end. The game can end a couple different other ways. If you get through your the main deck over up in the top left corner here, or if the unrest cards here are all gone, it can end that way. So up here at the top, we have cards that we can acquire, or what they also call something called breakthrough. And we have cards that are laying cards and uncivilized cards. We have civilized cards, and if you notice the civilized cards, they have the empire symbol on them, so we can't play those until we become an empire. We also have some other cards in this deck here. Each of these have its own deck that we would draw from, and then we have our main deck as well. We also have up here a King of Kings deck where we can most of these cards are kind of bonus points at the end of the game. So we'll be able to try to get those. And that's kind of like some of the setup. You see these numbers here. I'm going to spread them out a little bit. We're going to be placing the bot cards here. And the way that the bot works is we would draw these 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We place them here under these numbers, and actually it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. All right, and we roll a die, and whatever we roll, so we rolled a 2, he will not use this, the bot will not use this card here on its turn. All right, some of these cards have victory points on them. At the end of your turn, you have to actually put a victory point on a card. All right, so let's see if we can start playing. So we kind of do the typical deck building routine here. We draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And we can do 3 things. We can either, take our turn normally. We have little tokens here, so we get 3 actions each turn. We also have a token to show whether we've used a card or not. That's been in our tableau. We also have a civilization card here, and our civilization, the Egyptians, have a special ability. We can exhaust this. So anytime we exhaust, we would take this token. So we can only do this once per turn. And we can choose to spend an action to take a rest. So the rests are up here, which are negative points at the end of the game, to develop. So this is kind of unique to the Egyptians. You can start developing right away if you would like to, before you become an empire. However, it won't do us a whole lot of good because we couldn't use any of these cards because we're not an empire. Or you could pay a population and take a rest to gain an action. So if I want an additional action, I could do that. We do have some resources here. We have bricks and population. And then this token here is victory points. All right, so on my turn, I can take 3 actions if I wanted to. Or another thing I could do is, let's say I didn't want to play any of these cards. I would discard all these cards, and I could do a breakthrough by taking any card in the display here. And when you break through, so some of these cards, they come with a unrest card. And so usually if you acquire them, you have to take both cards. However, if you do breakthrough, you could take the card without getting the unrest. Or if you break through, if you don't like that particular card here, you can take the top card from any of the decks. So you could do that. Another thing you could do is discard all your cards, but take all your unrest cards and get rid of them. So you could also do that. Now, my goal is to kind of get through my deck, because every time I go through my deck, I will gain a moon card. So I only have 3 here, so I kind of want to go through my deck as quickly as possible. And so there's ways to get cards and, you know, thin out your deck so that you can go through your deck a little bit quicker. All right, so these cards, most of them are kind of unique, so there's a lot of things we can do here, a lot of different things. So we're just going to get started. I could play this advanced card. It says choose. I can play 3 to acquire a uncivilized or civilized card, or I pay 5 to do a breakthrough. Right now I have 3 bricks, so I could do this right now if I want to as an action. And then that would be good. I have a unrest card. Now unrest, I could get rid of this by paying 1 population, or discard 2 cards. So I could get rid of this unrest. We have this symbol here says that it goes in your tableau, basically, and then this effect is the solstice event. So basically this will happen after I go, and then after the bot goes, then these cards will trigger for me. So I could play this, and then I would get, it says may put a card from your hand or discard pile into your history. And your history is basically a way to get rid of your cards from your deck. And at the end of the game, cards that are in your history, if they have victory points on them, they'll be, you'll get the points from them. But when they're in the history, they do nothing. So basically you just tuck it under your civilization card here. So I could do that, and then that way I can thin out my deck. I can play this land card, and this one has the you may garrison a card. And so garrison means I would just take a card and place it underneath that card. So let's just start doing that now. So my first action, I'm going to play this this land card. The land card does have a symbol, so other cards might trigger this or need this type of land. And then I'm going to use the effect of garrison. So this is my first action. So I'm going to garrison this unrest card. Again, just to get these cards out of my hand. So it's 1 action. This is kind of good. So in this case, I could get this land card right here, which allows me to draw 2 cards and exile a card from the market, which means I just pick a card that doesn't have any tokens on it, and I kind of get rid of it from the game. So I could get this, acquire this, and then well, let's play this card. So this one, the nice thing is that this is free. Don't need to spend anything, but that is an action. All right. And I have one more action left. And I'm going to... There's really no point of getting this, but I could do this, pay 1 population 2. So let's do that. We're going to play that. So I'm paying the 1 and the 2 bricks. And this will just go in my discard pile. Just slide this over. And that's my last action. And then I can acquire. So when I acquire it, I just take it into my hand. But I also get that unrest card. So I can acquire this one right here, which I think I will do. And there is no unrest. So land cards don't have any unrest. Only your civilized, uncivilized, and I'm not sure, I forget what this flag one means. They're basically other tribes or other civilizations that you kind of conquered. All right, so I did that. Now what you can do is you can, at the end of your turn, you can discard all your cards or as many cards as you want and keep the cards in your hand. But like I said, my goal is to try to get to my development cards as quickly as I can. In order to do that, I need to get my moon cards and become an empire. So I'm going to take these cards and discard all of them, and then I draw 5 cards. Okay, we'll take a look at those later. Now let's take a look at the bot. Hopefully my turns can go a little bit quicker. But one thing I need to do, I need to draw a new card here after I replace it. Again, I might get things incorrect, like when to draw those, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. So now it's the bot's turn. So what we do with the bot is we're going to draw from left to right the cards. Oh wait, I almost forgot. You have to take after your turn's over, you take a point token and you put it on one of these cards. A little bit of a strategy or tidbit or something. The bot likes to take cards that have victory points on them. So I want to kind of carefully place this on something. Most of these cards already have victory points. Just put it on here. All right. So we're going to flip over the top card. So we're going to go from 1 through 5. We're going to skip over 2. And we have a card. Now we're going to ignore everything that's here and just look at this symbol. This is the infinity symbol. And now unless it's the glory card, which this is not, then we do the glory thing. But we're going to go down. Is it a barbarian now? Is it this? Oh, here's infinity. So infinity says add 1 population to the market card in the slot matching the number on the die. So we're going to take a population token and put it on the 2. Acquire a card that has a 1 or more population on it. So the one I just placed, I get to acquire that. Put this card into history. You may draw a card. So when the bot draws a card, they actually just take a card and discard it. All right, so we'll just discard that. I don't know why it says the word may. I guess maybe if we didn't have any cards to draw, then we wouldn't draw one. And then we're going to acquire. So this card gets discarded. And we're going to acquire this card here with the unrest. And these cards, in order, go on top of his deck in the order that we take them. So this would go first and then the unrest card. So that goes on top. And then the bot got these tokens. And those are going to be worth victory points for the bot at the end of the game. So that was the first card. So let's skip over the 2 and go to this card. We're going to look at our little cheat sheet here. Well, it's an unrest. Unrests are pretty easy. You just take the card and you put it in the discard pile. Or the unrest pile. All right, let's go to number 4. We have another infinity card. So we're going to do the same thing. Now, there is no card here, but I'm pretty sure that this probably gets refilled. We would put a population on that, and then we would take this card. And again, we're going to acquire it, so it goes here. And we got another population, and that gets discarded. Oh, actually, here it says that you put this card into history, you may draw a card. So let's do that. We need to do that for our first 2 cards. And so now the bot has gotten rid of 2 of its cards, but it has also acquired cards, so it's kind of, you know, balancing out its deck there. We're also drawing a card, which means we just discard a card. So it's trying to go through its deck quickly, and it has a stack of cards that it's trying to go through, and eventually it's going to start earning these cards right here are its victory point cards. So let's put that back there, and let's continue. So we've done that. Who knows how many mistakes I've made already, but that's how this game works. When you play solo, you might make mistakes. So this card is called Prosperity, and let's see if we have anything that says Prosperity. Nope. It also has no symbols, so I'm not seeing any symbols here, so we're just going to do the other. It says gain 1 and 1 per land in play. I'm assuming that's in play for the person. If able, return a unrest from discard pile, which we do not have any. And then we put this card into history. So that was simple enough. Put it in history, which means it goes on the bottom of its deck here. And we're done with the bot. Yay, all right. Now we're not actually done yet. The bot needs to place a token. Now I think the rule is, though, that since I'm using the Qin Dynasty, instead of putting a victory point token on a card, they put a population token. And I think it puts it on the lowest to the left. I'm going to be checking the rules quite a bit, so I'm going to check the rule just to make sure that that's what the bot does. Okay, I checked the rule, and by the way, the solo rule, this is like the whole, has a whole rule book on just solo. So solo is a little bit more complicated than others, but the population token goes on the one where you roll the die. And then we would draw 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just place cards out here, skipping that 2. And then on its turn, we'd roll the die and do all that. So now that the bot is finished, we're going to do our Solist phase. And I have a card that allows me to do something. May put a card from your hand or discard pile into your history. So I have a discard pile here, so I can take one of these cards right now and put them in my history. I'm not going to do that. I can take one of these. I have an unrest card. I'm going to take this. Well, see, if I put this, I'm going to get a -2, so I don't necessarily want to put that in my history. You may garrison a card. I think I might need land cards. Abandon to gain 5. Oh, this is really good. The Floods of the Nile. This card cannot be garrisoned. Abandon 3 to look at the top cards of that. The King of Kings. I'm not sure what those cards are called. Anyways, we got a lot of different names for different cards, but I think they're like fortune cards or something. Take one of these cards. That one might want to keep. All players may draw a card. Choose. Oof, I really don't want to do this. I'm going to skip that. I'm not going to do it. It says I may. So we'll skip it because I do want to keep some of these cards. All right, so I think one of my goals is to get this out here. So I'm going to play this card. And this is another land card for me. And it says you may garrison a card. I'm going to garrison this card because what will happen is when I discard these cards, I'll get them back anyways. Just the kind of thing on my deck. It says all players may draw a card, choose one, gain. So I'm going to play this card. And we can all draw a card. So the bot just takes his card and discards it every time it draws. All right. And then I may draw a card. Now I have no cards to draw, so I'm pretty sure that then this card right here from my moon will what happens is whenever I need to draw cards, I'm going to take a moon card, put it in my deck, shuffle these cards now, and then I'll draw one. So anytime I need to draw and my deck is empty, I'm going to take one of my cards here. So alright, we're kind of getting through our deck quicker. Okay, this is pretty good. Now here I can gain a stone per water or gain 1 population per land. So I think I want stone, and I have 2 of them with that symbol of water. So let's do that. So let's get 2 bricks. And then this is going to get discarded. And that is my second action. Okay. So now I got 1 action left, but I can always take an extra action by spending a population and taking an unrest to gain an action. I'm going to play so I could abandon to gain 5, which isn't too bad. I could play this, which gains 1. You may garrison a card. I don't really want to garrison. I do want to get rid of this. Abandon a blank to choose. Or this card cannot be garrisoned. Abandon 3. Alright, so you can see the Egyptians are all about gaining land. Well, let's do this one. I'm going to abandon one of these cards, so I'll abandon this. I'm pretty sure that goes in my discard pile. And abandon a water, so I did abandon 1, and then gain 5 stone. I'm going to grab the 5 stone, and there's a 5 chit. We need stone because a lot of these development cards requires stone. If I wanted to, but that's part of an action, I could use that ability to start developing. That gets discarded. And we're going to just discard all those, because again, I won't go through my deck, because I'm drawing 2 cards now. So which means I need to shuffle to draw. Actually, I should put a point on something. We'll put it here because I do want to get that land card. If the bot has a ability to take a card, it usually takes the one with the most, which gives it the most points. All right, so I need to take a moon card, put it in the deck, which, oh nice, unrest. Yeah, the Egyptians are just a little unsubtle right now. They're not sure if they're going to become an empire or not. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, turn is over. We are 5 cards. We got some land cards, all that good stuff. All right, the bot's turn. We're going to roll this die. It's a 5. Now, if I roll a 6, I play all the cards. But I rolled a 5, so now we're going to play. We do the first one. This is unrest. Simple. We just put it in the unrest pile. This is a barbarian. So we look at here. Barbarian, if able, spend 3 population to break through for whatever this card is, the flag card, conquer card, maybe. Otherwise, if able, spend 1 brick to acquire that or that. Otherwise, gain 1 brick and 1 population. Put this card into history. This is where I'm kind of like, do you only put this card in history if you do this? So you keep this. So we don't have, we only have 2 populations. We don't have any brick. So basically this is going to go in history. We're going to get 1 and 1. So simple enough. So 1 population, 1 brick. All right, let's go to number 3. Number 3 is now notice this is none of them. Nope, We don't have any of them. So we're going to do the other. We're going to gain 1 brick and 1 population per land. We don't have any land. If able, return a rest card. We don't have any. So we're going to just put this in history. All right, pretty easy. I've already said that a couple times. It's not really, it's easy, but it takes a while because you do have to look through this and kind of talk about it. I did forget to put an unrest card under this card here. Okay, last card for the bot. It's the Infinity. So Infinity again, add 1 population to the market card. In the slot matching the number on the die, acquire a card that has 1 or more. So we're going to take this, we're going to put it on the 5, and when it acquires a card, it's going to look for the one that has the most. If it's a tie, it takes it from the left. We're going to take this one because it's worth 1 victory point plus the 1 point, because population will be a point if it has that at the end of the game, instead of taking this card that would only be worth 1. And then those go on top of his deck because it's acquiring it. And then this goes into history. Oh, it says you may draw. I put this card into history. You may draw a card. So this card is actually going to go there. And then we're going to take this and put it here. All right. Let's draw a card here. The bot is going to put a population on the 5. And then we're going to draw cards. We draw 1. Whoops, I better not look at that. And then because we gone through our deck with the bot, we're going to draw the top card of its deck here. Give this a shuffle. And then we're going to 1, 2, 3. All right. Now we do the solstice, and I can put a card into history. Do I want to do that? Pay 1/1 to acquire a land, or each other recalls a land, so that's kind of good. All players draw a card, gain that, or gain a population per that. Yeah, I want to thin out my deck, but I still want to use some of these cards. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start my turn. I'm going to play this land card, draw 2 cards, exile a card from the market. You may garrison a card. So let's play that here. So I'm going to draw 2 cards, 1, 2. And then you exile a card from the market. So let's exile this one because it's worth a lot of points. And most likely the bot would get it. The unrest, I believe, goes there. This goes here. Oh, by the way, I forgot to do an unrest here. And let's draw a card here, which is always going to get an unrest as well. Okay. That's actually probably worth more points for the bot, because these ones, I think they just get the maxed amount that you can get from this card at the end of the game. 1 victory point per 5. So yeah, I think it's the max, I think. Or you get, I think, 5. Anyways, we'll figure that out at the end of the game. Alright, so that was my first action. Second action. Okay, I could garrison a card here. And we're going to garrison this unrest card. I'm going to kind of move my land cards there. This is actually kind of expensive. I don't like it, but let's do it. This is going to be my third action. I'm going to pay 1 population and 1 2 brick. Man, I don't like that. Because you kind of want to get... anyways, I can either acquire this land card, which is going to give me 2 populations, so that's not too bad. Let me take that. This is going to go in my hand. I could have done the flag one, which I would have to draw cards from the deck until I get one, because there's not one out right now. And the bot doesn't have a land card, so it wouldn't recall it. Alright, so I do have this, so I can gain 1, exile a card from the market. You may garrison a card. Alright, so I'm going to do this. And garrison a card. Let me just garrison this card. Oh, let me finish off this. Gain 1 population. I need to exile. So I'm going to exile, and this card should have came out. And I'm just going to exile this card because it's worth points. And really, I don't need to do that because I know I'm going to play 1 anyways. All right, so that's that. So I've done all my actions. All right, I'm going to, so I have a choice here. I'm going to get rid of these ones. This card cannot be garrisoned. Abandon 3 to look at that. Yeah, all right. Do I do that next turn? Maybe I discard. I'm going to discard it because I want another card that allows me to gain resources based upon those water cards. So I'm going to draw these 3, and hey, what do you know? I have no cards. I already gave my last moon card. Is that right? Huh. So I'm almost to an empire stage already. So again, the Egyptians are all about trying to get to that development stage. Because when we get all these cards at the end of my turn, I can develop a card. If I've gone through my deck. So I draw 2 more. And now it's the bot's turn. So this, I need to roll this die. It's a 2. Put it there. Oh wait, before I do that, I need to take a victory point. And I will put it on this land card. So the bot's turn. Let's draw the first card. And this is a, let's see, green. We don't have any of those. So we just do the other, which is gain 1 per land, which we don't have. If able to return a rest card and discard pile, we don't have that. So this just goes into the history. All right, next card, we skip the 2. We get the infinity, which we're adding a population to the market. And we place it in the market in the slot matching the number of the die, so we place it there. And then we're going to acquire a card that has 1 or more, and then put this card into history. You may draw a card. So let's put that in history. Let's take this card. And then we're going to discard the top card as the draw. Next. All right, we have a, now this is symbols kind of like attacking. So let's see if we have an attack. We do. If able, acquire a land. If you have at least 1 land in play, you recall a land and the bot abandons a, so this is, so, look, I've been doing this wrong. When it says you may, it means me as the player. So I should have been drawing it. So you know what? This is going back, and I may draw a card. So I am drawing a card. So when it says you, it means me, the player, not the bot. That's why I was kind of confused by you may. And then, anyways, back to the attacking. Acquire, so we're going to acquire. If we have at least 1 in play, which we don't, you recall that, which we're not. and the bot, or you, so that would be me. So if you have at least one of those in play, which I do, so I'm going to have to recall the land, and the bot abandons a land if able. So this is not going to history, so we're going to discard this card. We're going to acquire a land card. Now this should be out, and the land card we are acquiring is this card here. So acquire would go on top of his deck, and then I need to recall a land. So I'm pretty sure recalling means to I'll just recall this. It either goes on top of my deck. I'm going to check real quick if it goes on top or if it goes okay, when you recall a card, it just goes in your hand. I'm going to just draw another card here. We got one more card for the bot. So it is a land. It's an infinity, but it's a land card. So let's see. Land card. All right, so we do the land first. Play this land, exile a card from the market, add 1 population to the market in the slot matching the number on the die. So we exile a card from the market. So this is going to this is going to be played. So we're just going to play it in front of him. And we're going to exile this card because it has no tokens on it. And it should have an unrest, but let's just leave that there. And then exile and add 1 population to the die. So 1 population to the die, which is here. And then that is it. All right, we've done all the bot. The bot's going to place another population on here. We're going to draw cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, I shouldn't have flipped those over. You didn't see that. No one saw that. Nobody saw that. I mean, not that I would really use that to my advantage and try to figure out, now why does this have an unrest? Because we need to actually draw a card. And it doesn't get an unrest because it's a land card. Let's put that over there. I probably goofed up once. All right. I have a lot of cards in my hand because I drew some cards. So we have this. So this was the new card I got. And I might want to use this now. Gain 2 points. But let's see what else we have. We have another land card. And then we have the glory. But we also have, I want that one, abandon this and choose 5. I thought there was one. So let's, and again, I can always discard all my cards and just break through and take a card. I don't want to do that. I'm going to abandon a land card. And so this is going to go in my, goes there. And I'm going to choose the 5 bricks. I just want to have plenty of resources so I can start developing. All right, so I'm going to discard this card. So this is my first action. Second action. Get 1 pot, exile a card, so I'm going to do that. Interesting. I'm just looking at the cards in the market, see if I want. This says free play, choose, draw a card, or put. So you notice like I haven't really done too much deck building in the sense of getting cards from here. I mostly got land cards. So we're going to try something a little bit different. Let's play this. And basically I'm going to spend 3 to gain that card there. So I'm going to spend the 3 brick. So let me get 2 back. And then I'm going to acquire, I'm going to take this card. Comes with a unrest. This goes on top of my deck. Actually, I think when you acquire, it goes in your hand. That goes here. I'm going to discard this card. So I did take this one because it's a free play, so I can just do this right now. It says choose, draw a card, or put a card from your hand or discard pile into your history. So that's why I kind of wanted that card, so I can start drawing more cards. So I'm going to draw another card. Ooh, another unrest. Okay. And that's a free play, so I get another action. I still have 1 action left. I need to draw a card here, which is uncivilized. Okay, the nice thing about this card is it's not like a barbarian card, so I can keep using it throughout the rest of the game. Okay, what should we do now? I think we need to get one of our land cards, or I play this card to gain 2 points, because I am going to get this, and this card's going to be worth nothing. So, you know what, I'm just going to play this card now to at least gain 2 points. And that's it. So I take all these cards. Now, I don't have to discard all of them. I'm definitely discarding those 2. Do want to keep some of these land cards in my hand. My deck is getting kind of yeah, let's keep these 2 cards. But will I be able to? Here, let's just take this card, put those there. I did forget to do this after the bot's turn, but I don't really want to start doing that yet. I might start doing that when I become an empire to kind of get rid of some of these other cards. So I'm going to keep this card. So now I'm going to draw. I do need to put a point on a card. I'll put it over here. Draw these 3. And because I need to draw 1 more card, I need to shuffle. So I'm going to get this card. And now I'm an empire. So let me flip this over to empire. So anything that has an empire symbol, I can play. Anything that's barbarian, I need to just get rid of the card, put it in my history. So I can start developing cards and, you know, just kind of rush to the end game before the bot gets to its victory point cards. All right, so let's continue. The bot's turn. So once again, we gotta get a little cheat sheet here. We have a land card. Land, you play this land, so we'll play it. And then exile a card from the market. We're gonna exile this card. Drawing a card here, which won't get unrest. Okay. Add 1 population to the market. In the slot, matching the numbers. We're going to add a population, which I am running out of populations. We're going to kind of switch some of those out. Oh, I forgot to roll a die. 3. Okay. Alrighty. Next, number 2. It's another land card, so we'll do the same thing. We're going to play it. We play, we add a population, and that's it. This is exile a card from the market, so we'll exile this. We'll actually, we play that, we'll exile this. This is going to get an unrest card. We put a population token on the die. So it's going to become very nice for whoever takes that. I might want to try to get that card if I can. Next, another land card, man. We got another land card we're playing. So same thing, population goes on this card. We're going to exile this card. So what we get. Okay, here we got one of those conquer cards. Conquer the Persians, if you wanted to. And the last card, number 5, Unrest. We just put in the Unrest pile. Done. All right, draw a card. So I do 1. He has all these cards that he's played. So he's going to be getting quite a bit of cards here because we need to draw. We'll draw this one, and then we'll get this one. And so this will go, and this will go. He has a very thin deck, but maybe that'll change now that he has some cards in his deck. All right, because he's put quite a bit in his history. He puts the population token on that die. It's now my turn. I may put a card into history. We're going to put this card in because we're no longer barbarians. And there we go. Again, my deck is kind of okay, I'm going to play this card. Allows me to draw 2 cards. Exile a card from the market. You may garrison a card. All right, we're going to garrison this Unrest card. And I need to exile a card. I might exile this card. All right. So that was my first action. Second action, I could play another card here to gain 1 population, which I'm running out of population tokens. Okay. Anything else? I can garrison a card, which I will. And then I can play this card, which okay, I think I'm going to go for populate. I'm going to play this card. All players may draw a card. So I'm going to draw a card. And he will draw a card, which means he is going to take this card and put it in his discard pile. And then I'm going to choose to gain 1 population per land card. I have 3. Or this is like the number of bricks. So I could get 4 bricks. The reason why I want population, some of these, in order to develop, I need population. Okay. So let me gain 1. Let me gain 3 population. So let me take a 5-pointer. I don't have any 5-pointers out here. So let's have 1, 2. Let me get some out of the box. Okay, I did that. I'm going to discard all these cards, and we'll draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, take a point token and put it on a card. I should have exiled that card because he's probably going to take it. Oh well. Let's put this on this card. Now when the bot gets his Empire card, he will we will change his AI to the Empire side. All right, the bot's turn. We need to roll this die to see where it goes. It goes back on the 3. Okay, so let's flip over the top card. That's easy. Put it there. All right, this is the fighting one, which I think I take up a. So if able, acquire a land. It's going to take this one. Boop. And it acquires it. Okay, and then if you have at least one in play, so that's me, I have to recall one. And the bot abandons one. So he abandons one, which I believe gets discarded. And I have to take one into my hand, which I might take this one because it allows me to draw 2 cards. Thank you, bot. And then that's it. This gets discarded. Next. All right, Glory. So with Glory, if able, abandon 2 to gain the top of this card. Otherwise, if able, so we can do that. We can, what does it say? Abandon 2, so we're going to take these 2, put in our discard pile, and then we take the top card. And it says to gain the top card, which gain, I believe, says put on top of our deck. Okay, and then that's done. And then and this gets discarded. Last one, it's a land card. So if able, acquire a land. No, sorry. Play this land. Exile a card from the market. So it's going to exile this card. And then add a population token to the die that was rolled. Oof, there's a lot of population there. If I can get that card, that would be great. And then that's it. So the bot is finished. We're going to play 1, 2, shuffle these cards and take another card. So now it's on the Empire side. So its AI is going to change. Doop, doop. And then we draw a card there. Put it on the rest card. Actually, we need one here too. Put population token on. I already did. Right. Oh well, if I didn't, it's probably hurt me more than anything. Okie dokie. Okay, my glorious turn. I want to get rid of this card because I can't play it anymore. I really want to get these decks because I'll be able to develop a card. And actually, I can't forget that I can always do this. I can choose to spend one action, spend an action and take an unrest to develop. So I think I might do that so I can develop twice this turn. And we're going to do this. Play this to draw 2 cards. 1, 2. We're going to exile a card. Now, before I exile, choose to draw a card or put a card from your hand. Or discard pile into history. That might be good because we got a lot. Oh, I should have done this. I can put something in my history, which I will. Sometimes to get victory points, the card has to be in your history by the end of the game. All right. Flood. So that was one action. Playing that card, drawing 2 cards. I need to exile a card, and you may garrison a card. I'm going to garrison this card. And I need to exile a card. I will exile. I should, if I can't get that card, I'm going to exile. Abandon this, or if. Ooh, okay, so I want to do this. So I'm not going to get rid of that card. I'm going to just exile this card. Or maybe this one. Oh, this one's worth 3 points. Probably I need to get that back. No, another land card. Okay, so that was one action. My next action, I'm going to play this card, which abandons one of these. So let me abandon this, because I do like drawing cards. Abandon just goes there. And then I'm Empire, so I can break through. So my breakthrough, so the way that breakthrough works is I take this without taking the unrest. I'm getting all this population. Thank you very much. And this goes in my hand. We'll draw another card. And I have one action left. So I think, because I kind of want to develop, I might develop. And the one I want to develop is each other player takes... Now this is just going to go in my hand. Passive, reduce the development costs by 1 population. So let me do this one first. It's worth 4 points. 4 brick and 1 population. And then I'm reducing the amount of population. So 4 brick and 1 population. Alright, I'm going to discard all my cards. Wait, did I do that free play card? I didn't do the free play card. Let me do the free play card. Our free play card, I can put a card in history or draw a card. I could just draw a card, right? Or let me put one in history. So, and it could have been in my hand or my discard pile. So I want to just put this one into history. So it's just out of my deck. And now we discard that card because that was free play. I'm going to draw this card and then I need to draw some more. So now, because I don't have any to take, I can develop a card. So which one am I going to do next? There's a lot to read here. Free play, exhaust, free play, and unrest. I think I'm going to get this one. 2 and 2. Let's do it. And then when we actually play it, we're going to get to discard a card and gain victory points. So let's do this right away. So we can start getting rid of our unrest cards. And I need 2 and not only, well, no, I still need 2. So 2 and 2. I'm going to start needing some bricks because I'm already running low. Actually, did I do that right? I could have sworn I had more bricks. I think I accidentally got rid of a 5-pointer when I did that one. So I should probably have like 3 back. Okay. So I have this card. Actually, this doesn't get developed. Yeah, this goes here. I have to play it. So hopefully I'll get some of those cards. Again, we're getting closer to the end game. We just need to try to develop as much as I can. I should also take a unrest card for doing my special ability. So I do have a lot of cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's put a point token. We'll just put on this land card. Okay, Bot's turn. Roll that. It's a 5. Now we're on the Empire side. So we have a victory point card, or whatever you want to call them, fortune card. Put this card into history, add 1 population to the market card. So that's easy enough. So this goes in history. And we put a population token on the die. Okay, next. Land. So let's see, land. Play the land card. Exile a card from the market. We're going to not exile this one. We're going to exile this one. Boom. Another card out. And then add a population there. So that didn't really change for the bot. What does for the land cards? Unrest, simple enough. Glory. Now Glory says, if able to, abandon 2, grab that. So we're going to grab this because we can abandon too. And that's it. That's a pretty quick bot turn. All right, put a population token on there and draw some cards for the bot. All right, my turn. Oh, wait, we do this though. I get to put a card from your hand or discard pile into history. So we're going to see if we have anything that we can put into our... And we don't have anything in our discard pile, so we're not going to do that. All right, all players gain 2. Give other players a card from your hand or your discard pile. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play this. All players gain 2. I'm going to put this here. All players gain 2 brick, which is really what I want. Place that over here. And then we're going to give the bot, here you go. You can have my unrest card. Okay. All right, we are going to do my special ability, drawing this. Again, I want to just kind of develop as quickly as possible. Develop costs us 5. Each other player takes that. Passive, anytime you pay that, you may put a card from your hand. Okay, we're gonna grab this one, which is going to be 4 bricks. And that will go into our hand. So we've done 2 things so far. And maybe for the last one, we just played this. Anytime you pay that, you may... Yeah, let's just do it. Okay, and we're going to discard all these cards. Now it says exhaust. It doesn't say anything about spend an action. Like this one, it says choose, spend an action, and take that, or pay that to gain an action. See, I don't know if I can just exhaust this. I think I can just exhaust it now. Every time I exhaust it, it's not an action, and I get to draw a card. So I drew this card. I'm just going to discard it. Draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take this off, show that I've already used it, or that I can use it again. And I'm going to take a victory point token and just put it on. Ooh, that one has a lot. Just put it here. He hasn't been really acquiring any of those kinds of cards. All right, bot's turn. Roll the die. 1 goes here. Flip this first card. All right, this is a land card, which is the same thing. We play it, we exile a card from the market, and we add population. Population to here, exile a card, which means we're going to exile this one. Okay. Now we do the next card. All right, do we have long walls? So this is going to happen here first. If able, return a rest, which we can. If able, acquire a card that has 1 or more. And then put this into history. So that's going into history, and we're going to acquire 1 or more. It's going to take this card. All right. And it acquires it. All right, next card. It's a land card, so same thing, we play it. We exile a card from the market. And we add a population token on the die. Okay, last card. So same thing, return And we do not have any unrest. If you're able to acquire a card, this is going to go in history. So we're going to acquire this. More points for the bot. And we're done with that. Take a population token and place it on there. Draw the cards. 1, 2, 3. We need to draw a card from his victory point pile now. So the bot's kind of racing us here. All right, it is definitely a race. So we need to kind of do these things. All right, we have this, which we may put a card from the hand or discard pile into oh, this, I didn't play that. Which ones do we want? We gotta get rid of something. I think we're gonna get rid of one of these land cards. Let's just get rid of this one. Because we gotta get things a little thinner. All right, remember this, we can exhaust to draw a card, so let's do that first. It's not an action. All right, we have the, no, we have here. All right, so I'm going to play this card, and then it says exhaust, free play and unrest. So that's my first action. I'm going to exhaust to play an unrest. So it says free play, so I don't need to do all of the stuff on it. So I'm getting rid of that card. We're going to play this, which draw a card or put a card from your hand to your discard, into your history. Do we want to get rid of another land card? You know what, we're going to do that. This one doesn't even have any symbols on it, so let's get rid of that one. So that was a free play. All right, this is going to be our next action. Let's play this card, which allows us to draw 2 cards. So we play that. I may garrison a card. So I'm going to just garrison this. Well, no, I don't necessarily want to garrison those. All right, I could play this. Passive, reduce development cost by 1. So we're going to do that. So maybe I'll move these cards, I don't know, down here. I don't know. But this is passive, so now I can spend 1 less. Let me discard this card. Now I need to draw. I need to draw 5. I don't have 5. So I can develop. And let's get the pyramids. So we need to spend 2 bricks and only 2 population now. And that's going to go in here. And then that's going to reduce the cost of development. All right, let's put a token on something. Let's just put on, let's put on there. All right, roll the die for the bot. It's a 5. And we're going to take the bot's turn. Here we go again. We have this, which gets discarded, and we add 1, or not discarded, but into history, and we add 1 to the die market, so the 5. All right, next. It's a land card, so we play the land card, we exile a card. It's going to be this one. And there should have been an unrest card on there. And then we add a population to the die. Next. All right, we're attacking. So if able to acquire, so it's going to acquire this one. So more points for the bot. This is pretty nice because it doesn't get stays in its deck. And then I have to recall one. So let me just recall this one here, which will allow me to draw some cards. And then that's it. You recall, and the bot abandons one, so it's going to abandon one. All right, next and final card. It's a land card. We play it. We exile a card, and we put a population on the die card, which we don't have one there. Alrighty. So now that's done. Put another population token. Let's see. I probably need to switch out. Draw cards. Okay. Now it's my turn. Actually, we're going to the Solus, which we discard a card and gain a victory point. So let's discard. Oh man, that kind of stinks. We're not going to do. Let's just discard this card. I don't think I'm ever going to play this one. Doesn't seem. I mean, it might be worth 2 points later. So we discard one, and then we gain 1 point. All right, now we also have the. You may put a card from your discard into history. You know, let's just put this in history. All right. And that's it. Now we have our, take these off, but now I can do this. Now I should have done this. Anytime you pay that, you may put a card from your hand into your history. Well, either way, let's do this. So I can draw a card. And then let's do this. We can play an unrest card, so we'll get rid of this card. We're going to play this card here. Okay, let's play the pyramids, so we reduce the cost of bricks. We're going to play this card, which actually we're going to play this. This is my first action. And when I play that, I draw, no, sorry. Yeah, I draw 2 cards. Each card, exile a card from the market. You may garrison a card. We need this out. Let's just get rid of this card, I guess. Which we do need an unrest. Oh no, I can't because it has a token on it. You gotta get rid of some of that. So let's just get rid of this card. There should be an unrest here. And we flip out one of these. Okay. And we're going to, I can garrison a card, which I do not want to. I want to play this. Says all players may draw a card. So I draw one, and the bot draws one. And then I get to, sorry, maybe I'm not showing these because I've played these cards before. I get to gain 1 per water or the population. I want to gain the water. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 brick. Take a 5 and put that there. Again, I need brick. All right, I got 1 more action left. I do have a free play. So my free play allows me to draw a card or put a card from your discard pile into history or your hand. Let's you know what, we're going to do this. We're going to play this card. Abandon 3, so all 3 of these get discarded. And we're going to take a look at the top 3 cards, I think. What was that? Should have read that. This is our glory. And we get to look at the top 2 cards and take one of those cards. All right, top 2 cards, and we're kind of looking for victory points 8 if this is in history. Choose breakthrough 8 free play. I think this is better because I get 8, and I get to draw. It's a free play. I get to draw, so I'm going to take that one, and probably this gets shuffled up. And this is going to go in my hand. And that was my last action, but I do have that. I actually have 2 free play to draw 2 cards. So let me do that. I actually have 2 of them, so I'm playing both of these cards. Where'd it go? Oh, it's right here. So I'm actually going to play both of these as free play. So I'm going to draw 3 cards, but because I'm drawing a card, I get to develop. I keep forgetting I could use my ability there. Let's take, I know that I'm having these off camera, but 4 points, 2 points, 4 points. We're going to build this one. It's going to cost 3 and 1. Because I have the reduced price. So this goes here. And then I'm going to take all my cards. I'm supposed to, actually these ones will be in my hand. I'm drawing 3. And these go into my hand now. Now I'm going to discard all these cards. Of course, I could keep this one, free play, acquire. Put this card into your history. Acquire one of those. I could just keep that maybe. Yep, we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, 4. All right, that's kind of a long turn. Put a point on something. Put it on there. Okay, roll the die. 1. It's the bot's turn, by the way. All right, so we have the plains, land cards. So we play that. We exile a card. We exile this one. And then we put a population on the die. Next, another land card. We play it. Exile a card. I'm pretty sure I draw from the main deck until I get one of those. So we'll just do that. And we put a population on here. So let's see if we do this real quick. Nope. 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 Neep. Neep. Here we go. Put that there. And then show these up. All right. Next. Glory. We're going to take one of these cards. Because we can abandon 2. And this goes into the history. Next. This has no symbols. And it just says acquire one of those. If able, spend 1 to gain 1 point. Put this card into history. So we acquire one of these, and we have to look at which one gives them the most points. I'm pretty sure it's going to be this one, 1 VP per 10. I think this just gives them straight up 5 points. I think he acquires this. All right. And we're going to, I don't think I was supposed to do that. We're going to spend the population to get the point. And I need to flip through until I get a, we'll just do that. I don't know if that's actually the rule, but that's how I'm playing it right now. Okay. Take a population token and put it on the one spot. Draw the cards, 1, 2, get another card here. Shuffle up. He's not really going through his deck as quickly now, but he is getting victory points through the King of Kings cards. All right, my turn. Or actually, this you may put a card from your hand into your history. You know, I might do this one because I might not be able to do this one again. So let's do that. And take all these cards back. So the other one is discard a card in game 1. So let's just discard I think I'm going to discard this card. Game 1 point. Did I already do this? I think I already did. I forget. I think I already did it. I'm going to put in my history. I can't remember whether I played that card already, but I do draw this card, which I have another card. Okay, so what I want to do is, I'm not going to do this because what I want to do is the free play of getting rid of the, and this draws a card, so let me do that. And then this gets rid of the unrest card. This will allow me to draw a card, so let me draw a card. So I should be able to develop. I could develop twice, maybe if I have enough. But I kind of want to do this, play these 2 cards. I'm not going to garrison. This one allows me to draw 2 cards. I have no cards to draw, so I can develop. Let me try to develop the cheapest one, which is this card here. 3 and 1, so the population will be nothing. This will only be 2. That goes there. And which card did I just play? I'm supposed to draw a card, and I don't know if the one I played should go in my discard pile. Okay, free play, draw 2 cards. Again, I don't know if this probably wasn't supposed to go in my discard pile yet. I already did 2 actions of playing both of those cards. Let me play this one so I can get more brick. So I'm going to play this card. You may draw a card. I'm drawing a card. And then he draws a card. And I'm going to get 1 brick per water. 1, 2, 3. Am I reading these symbols right? I don't know. That's food, not water, but I think I was doing the right symbol anyways. Maybe. It's 1, 2, 3. So I get 3 brick. All right. Am I forgetting anything? Passive. Reduce that. There's this one where anytime I pay population, I didn't pay any. So we're going to discard all of these. Draw 2. And I can develop again. So let's see. This is 4 population. So it's 3. So I'm going to pay this to get I'll get 2 back. And I only have 1 card left. So I think next turn I'm at a good spot of maybe ending the game. Alright, draw this card. Well, I actually draw up to 5. Okay, bot's turn. Roll the dice. Victory point token somewhere. Let's just put it here. Roll the dice. It's another 1. Population token goes on 1. There's a lot of points here. Here we go. Draw a card. Unrest. Right there. This is going to be here. If able to, spend 1 to discard the top card of the Dynasty deck. Regardless, gain 1. So this is going to go in history. And basically, we're going to spend 1 of these to take our Destiny deck and put it in our discard pile. And I gain 1 point, or the bot does. Alright, next card. We got another attack card. You jerk. If able to, acquire a land right here. Okay, I have 1, so this is going to get abandoned. And then you recall 1. So recall goes into my hand. And the bot abandons 1. Alright, next card. It's a land card. We play it. Exile card. So it's going to be this card, which I guess I have to draw a land card. Which doesn't look like there are any. There's 1. And I don't know the exact rules for that. I might be doing that one wrong. It feels like that should be the play, just because the game's supposed to end by these cards being depleted. And then add 1 population. And that's it. Just kind of clean up my space a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another population on this one. Jeez, look at that. And he didn't go through his deck. So this might be my last turn, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be it, because I'm going to develop this one for sure. So let's make this count. First, this kind of stuff. Discard a card to gain 1. Okay, I'll just discard. I'm just going to discard this card. So I'll gain 1 victory point. And then I can, this one, you may put a card from your hand to your history. It doesn't really matter, because I don't need to do that with any of my cards. And then what we want to do is, let me play all these free play cards. So this is free. So I draw 2 cards. Let me do my exhaust to get rid of my unrest. I can exhaust this to draw. This is passive. Reduce the cost of that, or that here or that. I can exhaust to draw a card. So I exhaust to draw a card. And now we can play this to draw a card. So again, we'll be able to do that. It would be great to acquire this card. How can I acquire that card? Draw 2 cards. Choose develop, or, so this right here, I can play this to develop or pay 2 to acquire this. I need 4 brick. I have exactly 4 brick. So if I can get all players gain 2, give each. Ooh. So we'll play this. This is going to be my first action. Which is going to give me 2 brick, which is what I'm going to need. I'm going to give a card to my friend here. There you go, an unrest card. All right, now I want that card, so we're going to play this card. I'm going to pay 2 brick to acquire this, which is a lot of victory points. I think I'm not sure how many victory points I get per population, so maybe that wasn't worth it. And so that was my second action. I have 1 action left. I could have done this instead. Choose abandon a water. Let me do that instead so I don't get the unrest. I'm going to do the same thing because breakthrough means I don't get the unrest. I'm going to put the unrest back. And basically this abandons. So I switched those cards around. I'm not sure if you can see these cards, but I'm thinking a little bit more because this is my last turn of what I want to do. Choose, develop. So I didn't do this one, so I should get my 2 bricks back because I did the other card instead. I have 1 action left. I don't have enough for this. I do flip this out. I can acquire this, which this says acquire. This is basically 1 point per land, per 4 land. So that's not even worth it because I'm going to get that unrest card. I could. I really don't have anything to do, so I'll just do, this. Each player takes a. Actually, I'm just developing. I'm ending my turn. I'm just going to develop this, which is going to be 4. All right, so the bot's going to get its final turn. So let's put a victory point token on something. Let's just put it on this over there. Let's roll the die. It's a 2. So this is it. The land. We play the land. We exile a card. And we put a population token on the die. Let's switch out some population here. 3, 4, 5. Down there. Okay. This card here. Glory! No, we know what we do. We take that, take one of these, put it under here. I think it also gets. Oh, it needs to abandon 2, so I need to get rid of those 2. All right, next one. Plays that, exiles a card. A little messy up here. Exile a card and put a population token. Our last card. We are going to another land card. It doesn't really matter. Just exile. All right, so I think that's it. I don't know if I do this phase one more time. I don't think it's going to matter. All right, I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to count up all the points and see if I won. All right, I just finished scoring, and basically you just kind of count all these points. I thought these would be worth something to me at the end, but it's not. But it is worth something for the bot. For every 10, they get 1 point. So I ended up having 46 points. You count different cards. Well, let me show you like this card here. You just count, and they have special things. Now for the bot, what you do is any asterisk VP is worth 5, and then question marks. Where is it? There are some cards that have question marks. They get the highest amount. So I end up having 46 points, and the bot ended up having 57. So the bot crushed me. And what really helped the bot was that glory card, because this card right here, this card, the max is 12 points. So got really lucky with that. And he had a few of these cards, like this one here. The max is 7. So definitely did well with getting that glory card and using it quite a bit. I think looking back at the Egyptians, I should have tried to have gotten more of these cards, the civil cards, because I get 2 points for every 2 of those, and I only had 2. So I probably should have worked towards getting more of those cards, like maybe using this card a little bit more at the beginning to grab those. And the bot didn't even go through all of these other points. And the nice thing about the bot, it gets the highest point values first. So he could have got another 5. So he got a lot of these cards that just gave 5 points. At first, when I was counting up the points, I was like, hey, this isn't too bad. But then when I got to the fame cards, I think that's what they're called. They're called fame cards. I call them fortune cards. The fame cards really helped the bot. So there you go. That's the game. I'll just give kind of my thoughts on the game. It is fun. It's really unique. Every time you choose a different civilization, it feels different. In the Egyptians, you can develop quicker. The Qin Dynasty, you are trying to get actually I think population. And that's going to help you because you see the Qin is putting out population on cards instead of putting victory point tokens on cards. So they're gaining a lot of population. You have some other ones like King Arthur. I think King Arthur's civilization, you don't even go to the Empire side at all, I think. But yeah, just different rules for that. I've only played this solo. I've never played it with someone else, so I don't know how it plays 2 players, how long it takes if you're playing 2 players. As far as the bot goes, I got kind of mixed feelings about it. I feel like the bot takes a lot of time to go through all the steps, and it's kind of like, is it worth it? Is it worth that payoff? Does it really feel like when I play against these bots that I'm playing against a different civilization? I can't really say I feel that way. I'm sure it has like a little bit of a difference. Maybe I don't know, because I'm so focused on just playing my civilization. I can't really recall whether it feels different, because the bot always feels the same. You're just flipping over these cards and doing what's on the cards. I'm sure it affects some of like what cards are being discarded. Obviously the Qin was getting me to remove my land cards. But I don't know if it's kind of worth the effort, I guess, to run the bot. Not to say this isn't bad. I mean, this is a good system, but everyone is going to be different. Okay, so each bot has kind of a different rules. And again, it's like, I can't remember these, so every time I play it, I'm going to have to always reference this card. And I just feel like when I play solo, I'd rather have the bots go quicker. Some games I feel like it's just better to have like a score, just so that I can just play the game, play a little bit quicker, because this was unedited, almost 2 hours to play. And I did feel like in the running of this, like I was going really fast, and maybe it wasn't really showing you the cards as well as I could have, just to kind of go through the gameplay a little bit quicker. However, the game is very fun. It's very replayability is very high because you have all these different civilizations, and then these cards that come out are always going to be different. We didn't really go through all of the cards here. How you create your civilization might be a little bit different. Like I said with the Egyptians, maybe I should have gone for more of the civil cards. But yeah, it is a really fun, engaging game. I like it quite a bit. Replayability is very high. Let me know if you want me to do another civilization. Pick a different one, maybe one like King Arthur, which I think plays completely different. I actually haven't played that one yet, so maybe I would do that one. So just leave a like and comment in the comment section, and thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.